Paulie Malignaggi, man, the guy, he got
Mm,
canned. He got canned from Showtime.
yeah.
Um, it's a lot of
Woo.
different opinions on that, bro. Like I see a lot of people saying, man, it wasn't racist what he said. Now, the part that they're discussing, I don't have a problem with. He was simply saying, talking about the different eras in boxing. Different people ran different eras. Of course, early on in boxing, uh, the Italian Americans kind of ran it. You know, the mob runs boxing, and plus it wasn't that many brothers even allowed to fight. He gave
Yeah.
us the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and now he says today the Eastern European is the dominant species in boxing was the wording that he used. Um, that statement alone, I have no problem with. What about you?
Nah, I feel like it's true to a degree, but I think a lot of it, man, it's a handful of the Eastern European fighters out right now that's really making noise. This ain't no domination. It's nothing like that going on. But you got Bivol handling business at light heavyweight. You got Triple G. He was handling his business at middleweight. You got Lomachenko. He was doing his thing at 130, 135 or whatever. But for him to just say, oh man, it's an Eastern European domination going on and all this other shit. No, they ain't true, man. And to be honest with you, probably just doing what he normally do, man. Talking out his ass. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. Now, when he says domination, that some of the most talented fighters in the sport are Eastern European. You know,
I agree with
I
that.
but anyway, I mean, even if he's wrong, I don't have a problem with his opinion on that.
No, I don't. I
Paulie
don't.
lost me. Paulie lost me with this right here, JB, and I quote: "I don't believe there is any racial oppression in 2020. I believe it is all made up, and I believe it is exaggerated."
Hmm.
Now, that statement that he made after he was talking about the domination of Eastern Europeans is where Paulie Malignaggi totally lost me. It's a
Yeah.
totally insensitive and ignorant statement to make, especially with what we've been seeing in this country transpire over the last couple of months.
I mean, the racial the racial injustice, the racial equality movement is a real movement, bro. I mean, you can, for him to say that, I can honor, and I don't want to put this tag on him, but I just have to right now. The statements that he made came from somebody who I feel as though is far removed with what the fuck is really going on out here. And that's just the facts, right? And I feel like
Right.
he was speaking from that place. I don't think he was speaking from a place of, oh, I came from a rough neighborhood, or I came from a background that we all know he supposedly came from this background where, where most
Bensonhurst,
fighters come
Brooklyn.
from.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it from that point of view. But I don't think that part of him was talking. I think that part of him being a millionaire, being far removed from that situation for many years, I think he was speaking from that place. But at the same time, too, I think that he should be a little bit more responsible with his words, because everybody know Paulie really, he do have a voice in this sport. You know what I'm saying? And he have a big voice in this sport. And for the most part, he's been the most knowledgeable commentator, one of the most knowledgeable commentators, man, that we had in the sport in a long time. I just think that he was just real off base with his social commentary. And I think that goes along with a lot of fighters. That's not just
He
him, though.
missed the mark. He just,
Yeah.
it's plain and simple. He totally missed the mark with this one, man. And it rubbed me the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Even though
Yeah.
I don't look at Paulie Malignaggi as a racist, but then now once
No.
you hear this, and then you kind of see how he moves on social media. I think somebody pointed out, like the post about a kind of a racially insensitive post about somebody talking about blacks and working. You know,
Mm.
he kind of is, maybe he's showing his true colors here. You know what I'm saying? That they say when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. And I was hoping Paulie Malignaggi is not showing us who he is right now. Hopefully this is some kind of slip up, or he's just really misinformed. But I don't think you can make a statement that you don't believe there's any racial oppression in 2020 And that's his opinion, bro. He's formed.
He entitled. He entitled.
His
He's entitled to his opinion, just like anybody else. But I just think from the point, like from the stance he was coming from, I think he was speaking from an entitled place instead of speaking from the place
I'm
where
entitled to tell him he is totally off base and he's pretty ignorant. You know,
I mean,
if he thinks that. And Showtime told him the same thing, basically.
They did what they were supposed to do, man. But I met him.
They gave that man the golden shoe. They gave that boy the boot.
And what's so crazy is I met him a few times too. I think he a cool cat. And I'm talking like I done interviewed him a few times. I done talked to him, asked for pictures. You know, I done met him even before I even got real involved with the sport of boxing, right? And he seemed like approachable. He seemed cool or whatever. Mm-hmm. But that just goes to show you sometimes, you know, people could put on a face and you just never know who they really are until they open their mouth. You heard me? So I think this is just one of them situations, man. He overstepped and shit. I want to see what kind of move, and I want to see what's going to happen after this. Since Showtime canned him, who going to pick him up? You know? I don't really think.
You know what? Hey, say la vie, man. Best of luck to him. I don't really care if he surfaces again. Whatever. He refused to apologize. Fuck it. Hey, now, I'm going to go ahead.
No, bro. I know, because I think I seen something. Hold on a second. Let me cross-reference that real quick and see. But I think he apologized, bro. No lie. I think he apologized or came out with some sort of. Hold on.
Well, his lack of apology is supposedly what got him canned. Maybe he's apologized since he got fired. He's sorry for getting fired. He's not sorry for what he said.
Yeah. You're right about that. Well, it is what it is at this point. You know what I'm saying? I think she good riddance, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Showtime will find somebody else. So Abner Mares did a good job on the last broadcast. So hey, more power to him. You heard?